You're listening to the Nintendo podcast by gogamego. This is episode 8, and my name is Jeff McGraw. I hope you all had a great week of playing games. I know I sure did. There's a lot to go over today, including that amazing Kirby Air Riders Direct. Oh my goodness, that thing was crazy. Even after an hour, I was still like, go on, give me some more information. This is awesome. All right, let's get started. We're going to start off with rumors first. The first one we have is from Polygon, where the series producer of Sonic Racing, Takashi Iizuka, said if enough people are coming in and playing it, talking about Sonic Racing Crossworlds, there's conversations about the game. We have 1 year of DLC. We could do year 2. We could do year 3 of DLC. Tell us what you want. Sonic Crossworlds being online, being an online game, gives us room for the team to expand its content in the future. There are things we can do because it is an online game. We could add new gadgets. We could balance the game differently. So Sega is willing to expand this game further, even past all of the DLC we know about, if there's a desire for it. So hopefully we see more stuff. From Mike Odyssey on X, there's a virtual console rumor. He said Nintendo just brought back from the dead the virtual console name and is currently a pending trademark. Are these signs of the new administration's plans? Are they planning on offering both NSO and virtual console for those who prefer to purchase their games individually? I don't know. I can't imagine this is going to happen. I know a lot of people want the virtual console, but at the same time, when we had the virtual console, a lot of people wanted this deal that we have right now, where you just pay for a year and you get to play a bunch of different games. I know I'm not excited about buying Super Mario Brothers 3 for, the 10th time? It feels like it. I'm perfectly happy with what they have. I just want to see more games on it, that's all. And then from Nash Weedle on X, Wario is on its way to Switch 2. Everyone is hoping for a new 2D platformer, but the only clue I have is that it will utilize the camera, so it seems to point to a WarioWare game. I would think next year we're going to get a Wario game based on that camera, and especially based off of mouse control for Switch 2. I mean, it's a no-brainer. Nintendo loves doing new things with WarioWare games, so I would be shocked if we don't get a WarioWare game next year. Now let's move on to the news, and the big item is Kirby Air Riders Direct 2, the sequel. Yeah, it starts up with a screen saying previously on Kirby Air Riders Direct. I thought that was pretty funny. It's right out of Hollywood. But one of the things they mentioned, I'm not going to go over every single thing. I'm just going to hit a few really kind of cool things quickly here. A new mode, Road Trip. It's a new single-player story mode that acts like a roguelite, blending challenges from the other modes. Players must complete a series of races, battles, and events while collecting items and new machines. They introduce a paddock, which is an online lobby system where friends can meet up and interact with the modes and set up various matches within the same space. Several races can take place simultaneously in a single paddock. Expanded Top Ride. Yeah, they officially announced Top Ride. This is the fan favorite top-down mode, and it returns with more maps and support for up to 8 players online. You can do 4 people local co-op, and you can add 4 computer racers as well. All machines can now be used in this mode, and it features exclusive items and copy abilities. There's a city trial upgrade. The Chaotic Sandbox mode returns with a much larger map, now supporting up to 16 players online. It includes new events, power-ups, and an updated stadium system where players vote on the final game. Swap Relay. It's a new type of race in air ride mode. It allows players to automatically swap machines each lap, encouraging strategic machine pairings. So basically what you're doing is if you have a 3-lap race, you're picking your rider and you're picking 3 machines. When the first lap is done, it goes to your second machine and then the third. So that's pretty interesting. I like this because it gives you a chance to explore new machines with your rider. There's a revamped checklist. The original game's checklist is back and expanded with tabs for each mode to track unlockable content. No riders or machines are locked behind online completion. Sakurai was very adamant on that. He wanted to make sure everyone knew you don't have to be able to play online to unlock any of this stuff. There's something called My Machine. It's a sub-mode that offers a vast array of options for altering and adding colors, decals, and extras to your ride. They were showing this, and while everything's kind of pre-programmed and you kind of swap things in and out how you want it, there's so many choices that you're never going to see the same machine twice as far as how it's decorated. One thing that I don't think many people are even going to talk about is Sakurai mentioned, I believe this game is going to have 12 different languages that you can set for the announcer voices. And not only that, but there are going to be 2 different voices for each language. This is really cool. You can set up, you have a choice between 24 announcers now for this game. And that's really cool because sometimes you don't always, want, like, I might even just put in the Japanese one if it sounds good, because I don't know if you really need to understand what the announcer's saying. You just want to hear someone that's really exciting. So that's what I'll be doing. I'll try to pick the voice that sounds the most exciting to me. New amiibo were announced. A new line of larger 2-part amiibo was announced for Meta Knight, King DDD, and Chef Kawasaki. The magnetically attached riders and machines can be swapped between figures. That's just like the first 2 they announced. But the King DDD, that's not easy to say. That amiibo looks amazing. He's on his machine, and it's got wheels, and you can take the wheels off and flip them, put them back in there, and now it looks like you're in some kind of a hovercraft. These new amiibo are really, really big and very, very cool looking. I know people are not happy with the price, but I don't know, maybe there'll be a sale at some point. I don't know. But that King DDD one looks quite amazing. Finally, there was a global test ride announced. This is over a 2-weekend period, November 8th and 9th, from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. to midnight on the 8th, and then on the 9th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. The 15th and the 16th also have a global test ride going on. The 15th, you can play from 2 a.m. to 8 a.m. and also from 6 p.m. to midnight. And November 16th, you can play from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. I believe all those times are Central Time Zone. Even though this direct was an hour, I'm telling you, it is packed full of information. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. There's even more information in that direct than what I just gave you here. Luigi's Mansion for GameCube was announced for the NSO expansion pack, and it releases on October 30th. So you know what that means. All 3 Luigi's Mansion games are now going to be available on the Switch 2. That's awesome. Sonic Racing Crossworlds, a new festival, is currently in progress. This time it's the Joker Festival, and it runs from 10/23 through 10/26. So I think by the time this comes out, I think there'll be the last day, the final day. So hopefully you got in on this. The Joker and a vehicle are being released as well as some music. Nintendo announced a free Pikmin 4 update for November. Here is what's included. New Pikmin, Decor Pikmin. Originally seen in the Pikmin Bloom smart device app, these curious Pikmin are marching their way to Pikmin 4. Decor Pikmin, like the name implies, are Pikmin that don some form of decoration found in the world. You may see them wearing something like a wind-up toy, a donut, delicious, a snow hat, and much more. Decor Pikmin you gather in the new Pikmin 4 update can also be transferred to your new squad in Pikmin Bloom, including some that are completely new. There's a field camera. Take stylish photos of your character, your squad, and whatever you like with this new feature. Set the scene with various angles, hide characters, and decorate your pics with filters, frames, and stamps. The camera may even be the key to adding Decor Pikmin to your crew. Oh, a little clue there from Nintendo. New creature activity levels. Move at your own pace and enjoy the new relax mode, where creatures won't attack unless you attack them, or kick things up a notch in the new fiery fierce mode. These modes can be selected when starting a new game or changed at any point after the game settings. So they're adding basically 2 new difficulty settings, really easy and a really difficult. Nice. Now this next item really isn't Switch 2 related yet. However, several Biohazard games, which is Resident Evil, from Japanese feature phones were recently preserved. Now I'm hoping that Gmode, who's been bringing these feature phone games back to life by releasing them on the Japanese eShop, will be able to get the rights to bring to the Switch or Switch 2 next year. Elden Ring, the Tarnished Edition for Switch 2, has been delayed until 2026. However, there was a few new games announced, and they're pretty big games too. Fallout 4 is coming to the Switch 2 in 2026. Assassin's Creed Shadows is releasing this December 2nd. That's just around the corner. And then System Shock was announced for Switch and Switch 2. Here's an odd note. Nintendo's raised the maximum amount you can have in your store account to $800. I think it was $250 before. They didn't say why. I can make a guess. Maybe so you can buy a Switch 2 directly from Nintendo.com using your eShop money. I would think that's probably most likely what it is. I guess this Christmas, gather up those eShop cards, save them up, buy yourself a Switch 2. So I was able to buy a second GameCube controller from Nintendo.com this week. I had bought the first one, which was your limit for an account, 1 per account, but it showed up when I went there. I kept checking because I wanted to have a second one, and it allowed me to buy it. Now it says I've reached my limit. They definitely took my money, so I'm hoping I get this. I'm hoping I get it this coming week, and if I do, I will let you know. Let's move on to some new releases. This is from 10/19 to 10/25. Plants vs. Zombies Replanted. The classic is back for Switch 1 and Switch 2, $20 each. Power Wash Simulator 2 for Switch 2 is $25. Man, I've seen this game for so long, and I've never tried it. I might have to try it out at some point. Persona 3 Reload for Switch 2 is $60. There's a demo available. Digital Deluxe Edition is $70, and that Digital Deluxe Edition includes a digital art book and soundtrack. There's also a Digital Premium Edition for $90 that includes the earlier stuff plus a whole bunch of DLC. Now, here's the first game I'm probably going to grab. The Angry Video Game Nerd 8-Bit for Switch 1. It's $20, but it's on sale right now for $18 until 11/5. A new Uno game just came out called Show 'Em No Mercy. It's for Switch 1. It's $5. Here's a description. 2 ways to win. Play all your cards to win like a classic champ, or be the last one standing as others fall to the mercy rule. If your hand has 25 or more cards, you're out. No second chances. Penalties stack up fast, so stay sharp. Well, it looks like there's new cards or something like that where it forces more cards onto everyone's hand. So it's kind of an interesting take on the game. Double Dragon Revive for Switch 1. It's $35. There's a $50 deluxe edition that comes with a couple of DLC packs. Be Castled for Switch 1. It's $25. It's on sale right now until 11/1 for $22.49. Now, the description says, build a castle by day and defend it by night. Be Castled combines cozy city building with thrilling tower defense strategy. How about that? Full Metal Schoolgirl for Switch 2. This is a $50 game. $65 if you want the deluxe edition, and that includes a bunch of DLC. This is an action shooter. If you like shooting lots and lots of stuff, check this game out. It might be for you. Night Striker Gear for Switch 1 is out. It's $19. It's a shooter, and I'm going to talk a lot more about this game coming up pretty soon in this episode. Arcade Archives this week is Midnight Landing for Switch 1, $8. There's a Switch 2 version for $10. Description is Midnight Landing is a flight simulation game released by Taito in 1987. You take control of an aircraft soaring through the midnight sky with the goal of landing safely at the airport. That doesn't sound very interesting to me. I'll be passing. Maybe it's a great game. I don't know, but the description alone almost put me to sleep. Merge Match March for Switch 1. It's $18. It's on sale for $16.19 right now until 11/4. Description: Merge Match March. Oh, man, what a name. It's an RPG that combines merge puzzles and battles, where you command an army led by heroes to protect the kingdom from monsters. Merge 3 weapons to evolve into a unit, then send these units into battle to defeat the monsters. I took a look at this. It looks pretty darn interesting. I might take a second look. Time for some eShop deals. Cyberpunk 2077, the Ultimate Edition for Switch 2 is $40. It was $70. It's on sale until 11/9. High on Life for Switch 2 is $32, was $40. There's a sale until 11/9. The description is: travel to a variety of biomes and locations across the cosmos. Go up against a nefarious Garmantuous and his gang of goons. Collect loot, meet unique characters. Switch 2 features are support for Joy-Con 2 mouse controls, improved VFX quality, upgraded texture quality, higher frame rate, enhanced resolution, up to 1080p resolution at 30 frames per second when docked. Sonic Cross Shadow Generations for Switch 2 is $30. It was $50, and that's on sale until 11/1. Same sales going on for the Switch 1 version. Linked Banner of the Spark for Switch 2 is $17.49. It was $25. It's on sale until 11/1. Same sale for Switch 1. Description: in this vibrant rogue life RPG, combat and customization go hand in hand. Put your skills to the test against swarms of robot foes and tough-as-nails bosses, then use their parts and other resources to expand and upgrade your home base. The Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Anniversary Edition bundle for Switch 1 is $24. It was $60. That ends on 11/1. Now we've got several Digimon games, so if you're a Digimon fan, hang on to your hat. You've got a lot to buy this week. Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition for Switch 1 is $5. $5. It was $50. I mean, that's quite a sale. And that ends on 11/1. The description for this game is: with engaging storylines, classic turn-based battles, and tons of Digimon to collect, Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth Complete Edition delivers everything fans loved about Digimon Story, Cyber Sleuth, and Hacker's Memory. Here's another game on sale for Digimon. Digimon World Next Order, Switch 1. It's $9.59. It was $60. This sale ends on 11/1, and the description is: it's up to you to restore order to the world in Digimon World Next Order, a monster collecting RPG. Find and recruit as many faithful Digimon companions as possible to rebuild the digital world. The final Digimon game on sale is Digimon Survive for Switch 1. It's $9.59. It was $60. Sale ends on 11/1. The description is: Digimon Survive presents a hybrid visual novel and tactical RPG set in a mysterious world filled with dangerous monsters and deadly battles that'll test your ability to survive. That sounds really cool. I actually have the physical of this. I've yet to open it up and play, but it really does sound pretty cool. Inside for Switch 1, it's $2. It was $20. The sale ends on 11/7. Inside is a dark, narrative-driven platformer combining intense action with challenging puzzles. Now, this kind of goes hand in hand with the next game on sale, which is Limbo, also for Switch 1. Also $2. It was $10. Sale ends 11/7. The description is: Limbo is an award-winning indie adventure critically acclaimed for its captivating puzzle design and immersive sound and visuals. Its dark, misty spaces and haunting narrative will stay with you forever. Yeah, Limbo is a really, really good game. I'll second that. The classic Sonic Mania is for Switch 1. It's $8. It was $20. Sale ends 11/1. Crosscode for Switch 1 is $10. It was $20. That sale ends on 11/1 as well. And the description is: Crosscode combines 16-bit Super Nintendo-style graphics with butter-smooth physics, a fast-paced combat system, and engaging puzzle mechanics served with a gripping sci-fi story. Overcooked 2, the Gourmet Edition for Switch 1, $14.54. It was $48.49. This includes 5 DLC packs, and that ends on 11/1. The Witcher 3, Wild Hunt Complete Edition for Switch 1 is $15. It was $60. and the sale ends on 11/1. Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, Switch 1, $24 was $60. Also ends on 11. Oh, I'm sorry, this one ends on 11/11. Is that a typo? I don't know. ACA Neo Geo Metal Slug 4 for Switch 1. I've been waiting for this to go on sale forever. I have all the other Metal Slug games on the Switch. I got those all on sale. So finally, Metal Slug 4 is on sale for $4. It was $8. This ends on 11/6. Cult of the Lamb Unholy Edition for Switch 1 is $22.49. Was $45. Includes 4 DLC packs. That ends on 11/1. Never played this game. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I really need to check this one out at some point. Diablo Prime Evil Collection for Switch 1. It's $19.79. It was $60. This includes Diablo 3 Eternal Collection and Diablo 2 Resurrected, plus 2 DLC packs. This sale ends on 11/1. Dragon's Lair Trilogy for Switch 1. $10. It was $20. This goes on sale all the time. Sale ends on 11/1. This includes Dragon's Lair, Space Ace, and Dragon's Lair 2 Time Warp. I bought this a long time ago. Every so often I like to get it out and try it and get a few seconds into Dragon's Lair and realize that I stink at this game and then put it back until the next time I try and fail. Klonoa Fantasy Reverie Series. Oh, I love this game. This is great. It's a 2-pack. You've got Klonoa Door to Phantomile and Klonoa 2 Lunatea's Veil. Not sure if I'm saying those right. I just call them Klonoa 1 and 2. This is $10. It's was $40, and the sale ends on 11/1. There's also a demo available. Wheel of Fortune for Switch 1. It's $7. Was $20. Sale ends on 11/1. Do I need to give a description for this game? I don't think so. Next up, Power Rangers Battle for the Grid Super Edition. Switch 1, $10, was $50. Sale ends on 11/1. Includes all content from the original Collector's Edition, Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, and Street Fighter Pack. What the heck's a Street Fighter Pack? I'm going to go look into that. I'm not sure what the connection is between Street Fighter Pack and the Power Rangers, but I'm going to find out. Trombone Champ for Switch 1, $6. It was $15. Sale ends on 11/3. The description is, do you have what it takes to become the Trombone Champ? Trombone Champ allows you to play over 45 songs, which include anthems, marches, classical pieces, electronic music, folk, classics, and more. You can also play with up to 4 players in local multiplayer mode. This game always looked pretty odd, pretty interesting. I've never bought it, though, but $6, maybe it's time. Up next is Slay the Spire for Switch 1. It's $8.49, was $25. Sale ends on 11/1. The description is an ever-changing spire. Whenever you embark on a journey up the spire, the layout differs each time. Choose a risky or safe path. Face different enemies, choose different cards, discover different relics, and even fight different bosses. I've played this a little bit. It's a pretty cool game. Now here is, these next 2 games are really interesting because Valkyria Chronicles, the first one I played on PS3, and I absolutely love this game. I've yet to buy it on Switch 1. I don't know why. I keep holding off. It's only $5, though. I don't think it's going to go any cheaper. It was $20. The sale ends on 11/1. And then the other game, Valkyria Chronicles 4, which I've never played. This is also for Switch 1. It's $6. It was $30, and that ends on 11/1 as well. Man, for $11, maybe I should go ahead and just grab both of these games. I know the first one's great. I assume the number 4 is probably pretty good as well. We'll see. Flynn's Arcade Publishing has a massive sale going on. Almost all their games are on sale, and most of those games are on sale for 40% off. Sales end on 11/1. They're known for Donut Dodo. That's, I think, their big title, but they have a bunch of other games. Donut Dodo is not even my favorite game by them. They have so many good games. Go check out their sale. I'm sure there's something there you're going to find that you like. Zombies Ate My Neighbors / Ghoul Patrol for Switch 1. It's only $3.74. It was $15. The sale ends on 11/1. The description is, the cult classic Zombie Ate My Neighbors and its sequel make their long-awaited return in Zombies Ate My Neighbors and Ghoul Patrol. Play these classics from the golden age of 16-bit gaming with new enhancements and never-before-seen museum features. Oh, man, I remember playing the original Zombies Ate My Neighbors on Super Nintendo. That was so much fun. I've never played Ghoul Patrol, though. The Mummy Demastered for Switch 1 is on sale. It is $5. It was $20. Sale ends on 11/1. The description is The Mummy Demastered throws you into a 16-bit inspired battle against the undead in a 2D non-linear action-packed adventure. Cuphead and the Delicious Last Course for Switch 1. It's $19.43. It was $27. Sale ends 11/1. Description: Cuphead and the Delicious Last Course is a bundle containing the original Cuphead adventure and the follow-up expansion, The Delicious Last Course. A Little Golf Story on Switch 1, $3.89. It was $13. Sale ends 11/12. Embark on your own adventure and bring color back to the world as you complete golfing challenges across multiple destinations. With over 100 holes split across 10 stunning courses, you'll be able to unlock secrets and discover mysteries along the way. Man, that sounds great. I love golf games, and I love it when they do extra things, kind of like Golf Story, one of my all-time favorite Switch games. I definitely want to check out A Little Golf Journey for sure. Grapple Dogs Cosmic Canines for Switch 1, $9, was $18. Sale ends 11/4. The description is swing, jump, and blast through dimensions in the follow-up to the critically acclaimed 2D action platformer Grapple Dog. I did play that, and that was pretty darn good. Finally, Uno for Switch 1, $4, was $10. Sale ends on 11/1. And like Wheel of Fortune, no description needed. Everyone knows Uno, right? My game of the week is Night Striker Gear. It just came out, but this is a sequel to a 1989 arcade game called Night Striker. This is a pseudo 3D style shooter, a super scaler, if you will. You kind of feel like you're in a, I don't know, like a tunnel or something, but you're not. It's like Space Harrier, and it's like Sin and Punishment, and it has like branching levels, like Outrun of all things. But the graphics alone of this game just are so colorful. They drew me in right away. I wanted to, as soon as I saw this game, I was like, I got to play it. And so I watched some more videos of it, and I was sold. I was like, I'm getting this game the second it comes out and start playing it. And that's what I've been doing. I've been playing this quite a bit. This is an on-rail shooter, much like Space Harrier or Sin and Punishment that I just talked about. You have a gear system that allows you to switch from your ship to a mech that has homing missiles. Now, you can only stay as that mech for a brief time because he's pretty powerful. So what happens is when you select the mech, when you hit the mech button, your gear meter starts going down quickly. Now, the mech is cool because he has homing missiles, so he can hit pretty much everything. But the problem is when your gear meter is not at 100%, your original ship, which you're going to switch to right away, as soon as that meter is gone, or before that if you want to, that ship, when it's not at 100%, the gear meter's not 100%, you're much weaker. Your shots are weaker. You have an occasional homing shot through that ship. You don't have that anymore. So you got to shoot and destroy more enemies to get that meter built up. After playing a while, I was trying to save it for bosses. But the problem is if you use it right away on a boss, then again, your ship is underpowered. And you can't really power it up because you're battling a boss. And the only way to power up that meter, to fill it up again, is to shoot other enemies. So you kind of put yourself in a pickle there if you waste this on a boss right at the beginning. So here's what I've been doing. In every stage, there is a little character that comes out. Looks like a rubber duck. And he's flying around. And if you hit him, you get one more shield. You start with 5 shields. So you get another shield. Shields are basically just like a life. So what I've been doing, as soon as I see him, I switch to my mech. He has homing missiles. He hits them pretty quickly. As soon as he does, you hear a little chime sound off. I go right back to my original ship. I don't lose too much meter, so I'm weaker just for a brief bit of time. And then I can go back destroying enemies, and I'm built right back up again. And I try not to use that mech, that gear, during bosses, unless I think I'm at the very, very end. But even then, I really don't use it. The bosses aren't that incredibly difficult, to be honest. So the enemies come in waves. And in each group, in each wave, there is one red ship. And if you hit that ship, it'll destroy everything. It'll destroy everything in that little group. So it's always a good idea to try to hit that red ship as quickly as possible to get rid of all those guys. There's 3 difficulty settings here. You have easy, normal, and difficult. I love that they give you that choice. Having just one difficulty for games like this really kind of stinks because it's kind of a pain. And the cool thing is there's leaderboards for all 3 difficulty levels. So even if you're not very good, at least you can participate and have fun and get on the leaderboards. I did notice that after the first hour of play, you gain a 4th credit. There's a little timer at the bottom of the screen, and as soon as you hit an hour, they give you a 4th credit, because you start with 3. The screen says credit, and there's like parentheses with a 5 in it, and then 3. You play an hour, you get a 4th. I assume you get a second one after the second hour. I haven't even paid attention, to be honest, but I'm guessing you probably top out at 5. And after you beat the first level, you get much like Outrun, you get to pick which direction you want to go. And I did see that if you if you beat every stage, I'm trying to think how many there are, like 10, 12 stages, something like that. If you defeat all these stages, another unlockable mode pops up. I haven't done it yet, so I'm not sure what it is. But that's my goal, to get through them all. I've beaten most of the stages already. I think I only have maybe a couple to go. So hopefully I'll get to it pretty soon. But this is a game I recommend 100%. This game is fantastic. If you like on-rail shooters at all, this game is for you. Trust me on this one. Well, that does it for episode 8. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you want to help the podcast out, please subscribe and download from your favorite podcast app. Let your family and friends that are into Switch or Switch 2 know about this podcast. And please leave a review and share this podcast around to places like Reddit or Discord or wherever else you think this might help. You can always contact me anytime over on X at gogamego, or on my Facebook page for this podcast, or through email. I'll have links for everything in the description of this episode, so you can contact me however you want. Thanks so much for listening, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.